Hey guys, Alex Mason here. I apologize if I haven't been doing any good content lately, just because something personal is affecting me right now, and I'm kind of running, aside from the main ideas I have for my Masked Singer thing, there really isn't much. Like, I do have some ideas right now, but they're nothing major or anything. So yeah, I'm going to show you some pictures, and then I might draw some new ones later on in the video, so let's get to it.
Now, I apologize if I stutter in some of my recordings, just cause, well, kinda not in the best mood right now, so I'm gonna have to do this all in one take. So if I stutter, then that's just me, okay? I don't want to go into too much detail with what my personal thing is, so let's get on with the video. Do these pictures look familiar to you? If so, that's what it is. Because originally, I drew these pictures so I would be uploading them first thing, but for some reason, I didn't know what camera to use at the time, so I ended up using my GoPro, and the images didn't turn out very well, so I ended up redrawing them in Paint 3D, and that's where I've been doing it since. And that's the pictures you'll be seeing for the majority of this video. Now, I don't only do cons just for my own fun, I do them to address a certain issue in the Masked Singer community. For example, in my Rottweiler Makes Turtle Soup comic, I noticed people were saying that Rottweiler and Turtle are equally tough, but I say Rottweiler, but that comment was basically me saying Rottweiler would make Turtle Soup out of him in a jiffy. In other words, saying he is definitely the better singer. And in my Evil Cookies comic, I was basically addressing the whole thing of the Masked Singer community and DeviantArt and Tumgear, because those sites should be banned, man. And those two cookies that were in the comic, they're obviously a parody of these Tumgear artists called Twin Cookies. And the whole Devil Art and Tum Girls are obviously the parody of those two aforementioned sites. So that comic was basically me addressing the issue as well as bashing them a little bit. Because, well, I don't want them ruining my beloved series. It's just no good. Like, those sites have already done enough damage as there is. Oh my god. The Mario picture. Yeah. Before I decided to do the Masked Singer stuff, I was originally going to start by doing simple video game things. Well, if I got the proper animation thing, that was. But I ended up starting with this instead, and I kind of regret it. Like, I do like doing the Masked Singer stuff and all, but I figured I should have started with video game first because, well, that's what all good animators start with, right? Or future animators anyway. Oh my god. I thought this picture was funny when I drew it. Not sure if it's funny now. Yeah, because, you know, everybody likes Turtle. And speaking of Turtle, originally, my first Masked Singer thing was going to be the Turtle Soup one. You know, where Rottweiler cooks Turtle. Like, before he cooks him, he challenges him to a face-off. Which Rottweiler ends up winning. And well, the rest was all uphill from here. For him, anyway. And originally, I was just gonna stop after Rottweiler saw a frog. And I was gonna end the thing with him chasing Frog with his fate being unknown. But of course, Panda Effect, who was new to my channel at the time, kept wanting me to do more. So, yeah, it happened. So when I uploaded the full movie, because of the frog chasing scene, I ended up showing what happened when Rottweiler caught him. Yep. Thanks a lot, Panda Effect. No offense. Hey, I'm up for the challenge, and I had to redeem Rottweiler somehow. Heck, I was automatically going to bring Turtle back to life in the next comic anyway, so it really isn't my thing. So here we have Rottweiler and Kangaroo. Because after all, I shipped them. And I explained it in my Master Cubs vid of why I shipped them. Heck, that was going to be my second comic, which ended up becoming The Evil Cookies. Originally, it wasn't going to start with Rottweiler in his house, like watching the news, discovering that Kangaroo's been kidnapped. In fact, originally, it was going to be called something else, called Rottweiler and Kangaroo Sitting in a Tree, KSSSING. And that had a different plot to what actually became the final product. Like, it started with Rottweiler walking down the stairs, going to his computer, drinking coffee, and all of a sudden, he discovered that these people called Twin Cookies, like, were posting silly images of him, like, with Poodle and Flamingo. But then he sees one of him and Flamingo dancing, if you know what I mean. Then he gets furious and then just throws the coffee onto his computer before he decides to leave town for the day by going somewhere. Like, and he wasn't going to get on a bike, but rather a Jeep. He's going to talk into a GPS saying, GPS, take me somewhere out back, which in this case, it ends up taking him to the Outback. And then in the next scene, I was going to have Kangaroo do a similar scene, except she sees a picture of her nuzzling noses with Turtle, who they shouldn't even be a couple. And then she equally angrily walks out the door. And then in the next scene, Rottweiler arrives at the tree. That he decides to climb it. And then he sits on a branch in the shade. But then who should come up beside him? Kangaroo. And then after they exchange banner, they explain how they were both equally robbed, with Kangaroo having it worse. Then they express their issues with the Twin Cookies artists before they decide to embrace a kiss. But then the cookies show up and are like, don't you dare do that. But then they look at each other, and then they decide to eat them before they share the kiss, with Rottweiler offering to take her back to his apartment for a little... Well, how can I explain this? Well, you know what I mean, right? Yeah. Now, originally, that's what was going to happen, but instead, it ended up with Kangaroo getting kidnapped by those same cookies, Rottweiler coming into their hideout, which is set in an abandoned castle, and he ends up eating them both, as opposed to him and Kangaroo eating one of each. Then they rescue her. He shows her a wall where that same picture of Kangaroo and Turtle nuzzling noses, as well as this plaque stating the Devil Art and Thumb Gear lines, which is obviously a parody of DeviantArt and Thumb Gear. And that actually shows what happens on those sites. And well, you've seen the comic, so you know exactly what I mean.
Alright, now that I've shown you my hand-drawn pictures, I'm going to show you how to draw a simple Masked Singer character. Since I like to draw a kangaroo a lot, that's who I'm going to be drawing. So, let's get to it.
Yes, I do like to use a cut to draw circles a lot, because that's the best tool to use for when you're doing hand-drawn pictures. Now, as you can see there, I kind of do the circle in advance. And right now, I'm drawing the muzzle, then her nose, carve that in, then her eyes. Like, I forgot to draw her eyelashes on, even though she doesn't really have any on the actual show. But yeah, give her little freckles, then her mouth. Then I draw her ears. Sorry if they're not too long in this picture, just because I'm trying to hold the camera up and I'm doing a portrait version of it. So Now we draw her little hood. Sorry. Or the boxing robe she wears. Sorry about that, I had to change the thing a bit. But anyway, we're drawing her arms. What's next? Sorry about the camera angle. Because it's hard to draw and film at the same time. Draw her pouch, her belt, both her necklaces. Drawing her shorts, her tail. Final bit is her gloves. And there you go. Well, of course, silly me, I forgot the eyebrows. But yeah, that's basically how you draw a kangaroo. Alright, the video's over and done. But before you go, take a look at these three, because not only are these new pictures of mine, but they're also ideas of what I should do. So, you comment in the description below and let me know what I should do next. I'll also be leaving details on what they are in general. So yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.